All right. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. Come on in and hit your like, tag, and share button. It's time for morning motivation. Technology can be your best friend or your worst enemy. I tell you, it is something when your internet goes down, everything is going down at the same time. So good morning to everyone. Come on in, hit your like, tag, and share button. We are live this morning. Good to see everybody on this morning. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Tyra, Carlissa. Good morning to everybody. Hit your like, tag, and share button. Good morning, Monique. Yes, we are live this morning. My computer is beeping for no reason. Tony McNeil, Renee, good morning. Good to see everybody. What is going on with this computer today? All right. Good to see everybody on this morning. Tamika, good morning. Simmons, good morning. Hit your like, tag, and share with everybody. Everybody, everything is going on at this computer. Val, good morning. Kevin, good morning. Good to see you. Good morning. Good to see everybody coming on in. All right. Let's see, what is this computer is doing something. Let me get this thing right. Rick Tyler, good morning. Denise, good morning. Abu, good morning. Good to see you. So glad to see you. It's doing voice activation, and I don't know why it's doing that. So let me clear this before I get started because it's going to keep doing it over and over. Tara, good morning. Crystal, good morning. Good to see you. Good to see everybody on this morning. It's doing voice activation, and I need to make sure this is stopped. All right, let's go see voice recognition. Cancel voice recognition. All right. Windows speech. Okay. All right. We should be good now. All right. All right. Anisha, good morning. This is a beautiful morning. It is a great morning. That's right. It is a great morning. It's our $10 Tuesday. So if you'd like to participate in helping us this Friday, we have to go to Coppin. We have to feed the kids at Coppin. If you want to bring in as much food as you possibly can, I'm going to send that advertisement out. Start bringing it in today, tomorrow, Thursday, and even Friday. We at Coppin at 12 o'clock Friday, handing out food there. We would love to be able to have you come out if you want to help volunteer with us. Please do so. We would love. Lachelle, good morning. Good to see you. Chanel, good morning. Good to see you. Jessica, Tracy, good morning. Good to see everybody on the live this morning. That's right. Get your family on lock tag, like tag, and share. It's good to see everybody coming in this morning. Sorry for the delay. Like I said, technology can be your friend, and sometimes it can be your worst enemy when you're trying to get things in order. Jamaica, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. So good to see everybody coming in. Hit your like, hit your tag, hit your share button. We are live here early this morning on Morning Motivation. It is what day? Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and excited that we are on this journey together. This journey of Joseph has taken a major turn. It has offered up some major revelations for us. Miss Jackie, good morning. It has offered up some major revelations for us in a way that, Denise, good morning. We are definitely on this journey together. It got so bad this morning. I don't know, Pastor Kenny, he might be on or may not be on. I was on our prayer call this morning for literally 2 hours. We was on this prayer call this morning, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock this morning. Literally 2 hours. We were on there praying, ministering, shouting, screaming, singing, you name it. We was doing it. Valicia, good morning. It was one of those mornings. Pastor Kenny had blessed with something amazing, and he owed it all to discipleship. You know, he gave homage to discipleship, showing how important it was for him to manage and be a good steward, and for him to be a disciple. Everybody, Tracy Baker, good morning. The next discipleship class is going to be on a Thursday, and it's going to start. The brand new one is going to start on Thursday, excuse me, September the 12th. Thursday, September the 12th. And I'm here to tell you, it is not to be played with. It is not to be played with. It is adding so much to people's lives. The testimonies, really, I'm telling you, are endless. The testimonies are endless, and you need to get a part of this Thursday, September the 12th. Now, I'm going to share this with everybody. It's that whole week. All the new class is going to start, but all the current classes are going to start that same week, September the 9th. You send it to me. Just send it to me through Messenger. Stephanie, just send me his information through Messenger, and we'll get him on the list. Good morning, George. You got to be all in on discipleship. You can try to do it halfway, and you're going to quit. I'm just telling you. Yeah, you're going to try to do it halfway, and you're going to quit because it requires so much of you. It requires that you literally become a disciple. And you might have a lot of things that might be trying to vie for priority over your life. And unfortunately, many of us have fallen victim to other things taking priority over our lives. And that's and no one can really I can't make you decide what's a priority. Sharnette Logan, good morning. Jessica, how often did you want to quit? You just said, I'm so glad I stuck with it because quitting was an option. Quitting was an option. And that's the struggle. When quitting becomes an option and you give into that option, it teaches you discipline. Tara, how often? It has to be your priority. And I believe me, I know you got children, you got this event, you got that event, you got this going on, you got that going on, you got all these things going on. I'm telling you, and what they're trying to do is to make sure that they are a priority. I'm telling you, you're trying to make sure that it is trying to make sure that it is a priority. It is going to want to do everything it possibly can to become a priority in your life. I'm just telling you right now, that's what it does. Somebody gave up overtime. Jesus. I'm telling you, put it all on quitting is not an option. It's so easy to quit. Work tried to take me out. It's taught me. It's taught everyone. Chanel, it's taught everyone that's tried and everyone that's connected. I'm not trying to take over your life. I'm not trying to make sure you do everything. Nope. But I'm just telling you, if you want to be a disciple, it's going to require that you literally, good morning, Kim. Now I do have this I need to say before we get started. Good morning, Karen Carter. Crystal, good morning. Donovan, good morning. It's a video that's on our page, our morning motivation page, and there's two people. Good morning, Terry. There's two people in there dancing shenanigans. It's and I asked everybody. I placed in the message, please pray for me. I have to pastor these two. Most of you are just disobedient. Y'all don't follow instructions. I asked you very nicely to please pray for me, but you decide that you want to laugh. And you're still laughing now. I have to pastor them. Okay, you praying while laughing. That's I have to pastor them, and I'm starting to believe, Rick Tyler. I'm starting to believe that my preaching is just not working. I'm starting to believe that my teaching is not working. My preaching is not working. It's just not working. So I'm just going to keep trying to do my best. I prayed and laughed. You know I can't. Yeah, Denise. When Denise start laughing, she don't stop laughing. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Y'all always pass it. Don't forget that videographer. Yes, that's right. Right. You know what? Thank you. Because the videographer, somebody had to hold up the camera. Somebody has to hold up the camera. Way too much going on. It's way too much. Way too much. So thank you everyone. For the ones that did pray, for the ones that did pray, thank you. Because I know that you know how to follow instructions. And everybody else is giving their little spiritual antidotes right now, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you, Melissa. your sister's the one to be starting a lot of it. I'm telling you, don't. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna mess with it this morning. All right, it's good to be here, everybody. We are going to talk about continue Joseph. Good morning to Neil. Didn't I tell you part 3, Genesis 45? Go ahead and type that in. Didn't I tell you part 3, Genesis chapter 45? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, Kevin. Thank you. So we are in this chapter, and now the brothers have already met. The brothers have already embraced. We talked about the fact, Kim, that unfortunately, I mean, he could have did this 3 chapters ago. And we had to deal with the fact that why is it taking you so? Oh God, help me, Margot. Some of these things you got to ask yourself a question. Why is it taking me so long? What am I holding on to? Joseph was holding on to something. And finally, when he saw Benjamin, everything kind of broke. What are you holding on to? What still has you bound? Still has your jaws all locked up. Still has you bitter. Still has you in that get back mode. What are you? Joseph could have dealt with this 3 chapters later. What is taking you so long? You got to answer that question. And I'm not telling you, I'm not asking you that. I'm not asking that question for you to rush the process. You have to acknowledge something is, you are dealing with something. Okay. I know I've been a little late this morning trying to get this thing up. You dealing with something that you refuse to acknowledge. What's taking you so long? Why you still trying to figure out the situation? Why are you still can I deal with the demon of manipulation? Why are you still manipulating the situation? Joseph this whole time was manipulating. Y'all better help me. Y'all better really help me. Joseph in power was completely manipulating this entire situation. And you got to acknowledge there's some things that you are manipulating. Do you know what your triggers are? Help me, God. Do you really know what your triggers are? Do you even know that you have a trigger? Do you know that you switch up when something happens? Do you know your attitude changes when somebody comes around? Oh, y'all not. I'm when somebody comes around your life, do you know your attitude changes? It's hard sometimes to really look at it, isn't it? It's hard. It's hard to acknowledge, you know what? Right now, it's me. Oh my Lord. Right now, Ashante, it's something I gotta deal with. It's something Joseph, it wasn't until Benjamin showed up. And then he started talking about his father that he broke down after manipulating that situation for 3 chapters. Stephanie's trying to preach to y'all, telling y'all you got to deal with it now. I'm not telling you got to get over anything. And I'm not telling you Joseph needed to get over what his brothers did to him. I'm not saying that. Ain't nobody telling you to get over what happened to you. You just can't allow it to spill over into your life and continue to slow you down. Isaiah said, I'm working on it. That's all. Work on what it is. Put the work in. Part of our prayer, this morning at 5 o'clock, we ended it with, Lord, give me the skill set that I'm missing. Give me the skill set that I'm missing to get what you have in store for me. I told you yesterday, prayer is not your problem. Reading the word is not your problem because we're reading the word. Coming to church is not your problem. Your problem is you're missing a skill set that is literally pushing or not allowing what God is trying to give you to come to you. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Ashanti. You're missing something. Somebody say, God, what am I missing? Is it consistency? Is it emotional detachment? Is it you feeling that you are enough and you stop? Is it the fact that you need to stop settling for settling on potential? What are you missing? Good morning, Dante. It's something that you're missing to allow you to. Joseph had to get beyond what his brothers did. He had to get beyond it. You might have to get beyond something that happened in your past. You got to get beyond it. Something happened. I'm not saying, look, it's a difference. Listen to me. Darche, Terry, Denise, Shayna. I didn't say get over it. Listen to me. Listen to what I said. I didn't say get over it. I said get beyond it. I'm not going to tell you to get over it because you will never get over it, but you need to get beyond it. You're not going to forget it, Candace. It's not going to be something. You're not going to forget it. And something is going to trigger it and you're going to remember it again. But you can't allow what you remember to continue to hold you in the place that you're in. Get beyond it. Good morning, Patricia. I would be an insensitive pastor to tell you to get over it. That has no empathy attached to it at all. None. What I am telling you is that what you have to do is use it and then get beyond it. Okay. Verse 16 says, the news soon reached Pharaoh's palace. Joseph's brothers have arrived. Pharaoh and his officials were delighted to hear this. Now, this is going to mess y'all up. Ashanti says, Ashanti, basically what you're saying is surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with the right people. Now, this is really going to open your eyes, and you're going to be like, Pastor, why are you so right? You know what? You know what's really sad? You know what's really sad? Good morning, Nikki Johnson. Good morning, Miss Frida. Do you know what's really sad? It's sad when certain people will celebrate you, but others won't. Okay, somebody said, Pastor, please stop because you're killing me. It is sad when others are celebrating the great news about what you are accomplished, but the people that you really want to celebrate never do. Pharaoh is celebrating that that Joseph's family is found. This is Pharaoh, an Egyptian, excited for Joseph. You know what that showed him? You know what that shows me? That Pharaoh didn't just love Joseph's gift. Pharaoh loved Joseph. Pastor, stop. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. What's your name? Jamaica, I'm doing too much. I'm trying to tell you, you know the ones. Help me here, y'all. Somebody listen to me. You know the ones that want you for your gift, but don't really want you. I'm preaching in here. You know the ones that want your gift, but really don't want you. I'm preaching. I'm preaching. I am preaching. I am preaching. I am preaching. I know I'm preaching because the revelation that God showed me, when you show somebody or you share with someone the great news that happened or the news got to them, see how they really respond to you. See how they respond. See, oh, okay. I need a speaker. Everybody need to hear that. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is gonna mess you up. I'm telling you, this is gonna mess you up. Because what God was showing me, what he was showing me through Joseph, and what he's showing you right now, you'll know if they love you or they love what you bring to the table, okay? When the good news happens to you, is not something that will affect them. And if it doesn't affect them, see how they respond. That selfishness is going to come out. I'm telling you, I'm preaching to somebody. You're going to see you're going to see the utter so subtleties of a selfish spirit, because if it's not going to benefit them and it only benefits you, you're going to see. We are in Genesis 45, verse 16. Great news happened for Joseph. Pharaoh, an Egyptian, not a Hebrew, an Egyptian, was celebrating him. You know what? I don't mind work. I wouldn't mind working for Pharaoh. I wouldn't mind working for him if he's going to celebrate me like that. And you wonder why, good morning, Robin Rose, I'm talking about, and you wonder why some people didn't want to be around you because you didn't celebrate the good news that happened to them. You were more, and then the envious spirit came out of you. You ask yourself internally, why is that happening for them and it ain't happening for me? Tamika, I hope you noted when you got that job, when you got assigned that job and that job came your way and you had those people celebrating you on Facebook, look at the ones that didn't. Check the ones that didn't, because that's an indication. That's an indication, I'm trying to tell you, who really loves you. And I'm not saying because a lot of people aren't on social media, so don't get me wrong, but you're going to know the people that are, that didn't. Celebrate people's accomplishments. Listen to me. Carter, Mills, Franklin, some of the ones who was closest to me. I know it, Tamika, you preaching. I'm telling you. Did I not know? I'm telling you. That young man, I have nothing, didn't show up or celebrate me. I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all, you want to know the ones that truly, I'm telling you, are really with you. Put something up there. So put together something where you really want to just let people know how great God has been in your life and see who celebrates you. I have nothing to gain from Carter getting into Howard. Nothing. I have nothing to gain from it. Nothing. Zero. Pastor Purity, good morning. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing to celebrate. Nothing to gain from it, but celebrating them all the more. Celebrate. It exposes. Blessings expose who the people are. So here comes. Pharaoh said to Joseph, tell your family this is what you must do. Load your... Now, I'm trying to help y'all. Listen to this. This is good. Joseph did not tell Pharaoh anything. Joseph didn't tell Pharaoh what he was planning on. Joseph didn't tell Pharaoh what he was planning on. But Pharaoh said, listen, I'm going to make sure I take care of the man that's taking care of me. Pastor, I'm telling y'all right now, Robin, I'm telling you, Annie Brown, Chanel, listen, Pharaoh was protecting his, and God, this is many of you in business, I had to learn it. You better learn how to protect the investments, the people that are investing in you, the people that are making you look good, the people that are doing the job that you need them to do. You better protect your Good morning, Jeffrey. Pharaoh was protecting his investment. He invested a lot into Joseph. So he want to make sure Joseph has everything he needs and wants. God, you listen. All right, this is gonna really, Shantae. I hope somebody get this. I hope I hope everybody on here gets this. You know why nothing can happen to you unless you do it yourself? You know why? Because God invested too much in you. Diane Gibson, good morning. Crystal, again, good morning. George, you know why the enemy, it might get close, but God will make it fail? It's because God invested too much in you. He is going to protect his investment. He's put too much word in you. He's blocking too many darts from the enemy. He's doing everything he can to make sure. He said, look, and I put my son on the line. My son died for you. I gotta protect you. Kimberly Smith, good morning. I'm indomitable. As long as I stay connected to him, he is going to connect and protect me. He's invested too much in me. That's why Pharaoh said, listen, listen to what Pharaoh's saying this, Terry Barcel. Pharaoh's saying this. Look at this. He's saying this. This morning, this this guy, he's indomitable. Stop it, Kenny. This guy has saved my entire legacy. Can you imagine what would have happened to Pharaoh if Joseph did not arrive? Pharaoh is not stupid. Pharaoh is like, listen, this man came in, saved the country and the region, making me richer than I've ever been, literally making me look great at my decision making. All the things that I'm getting now is because of Joseph. Whatever Joseph wants, I am giving him. Joseph saved his legacy. He saved his legacy. Pharaoh said, whatever you want, Joseph. Joseph, tell your family to come here. Tell your family to come here. I want everything that's going to help you work better, work stronger. I want you to make sure you have everything you need. Okay, versus the ones that's going to be penny pinching, versus the ones that's not going to literally give anybody anything, that's going to hold it all to themselves. Okay, so he says, then get your father and all your families and return here to me. I will give you, oh my Lord Jesus, my God. I want y'all to understand, Kenny Jones, this is Pharaoh talking. This is not God talking. This is Pharaoh talking. God is speaking through Pharaoh. Don't you know God can affect the hearts of leaders that are your enemies? Miss Robin, he said, I'm going to make sure your family lives in the best part of Egypt. I'm talking to somebody. Somebody is making plans for you. Somebody, because you invested so much in them, and because you're doing, okay, because you're working and you're doing the work and the vision is coming to pass because of your hand to the plow. A good leader is going to make sure they show you how much you are worth to them. A great leader will show you how much you are worth to them. Pharaoh knows how to. I'm challenging all of my I'm challenging all of my supervisors, managers, the ones that are putting out the work, the ones that are literally doing the heavy lifting, making you look good. You better take care of them. The ones that are making you look good, making your job easier, you better take care of them. Ask me how I know. You better take care of them. You better make sure you listen. I'm not saying you bend over. I'm not telling you do all. No, I'm saying you better take care of them. Pharaoh said, here, you can have the best of the land. Not you, Joseph, but your whole family. Ain't nobody preaching this. Ain't nobody preach. You've heard the book of, you've heard Joseph preached all your life. Ain't nobody talk about how Pharaoh took care of Joseph's entire family. I will give you the very best land in Egypt, and you will eat from the best that the land produces. Pastor Purity, this is fire. You will eat, you will live in the land, and you will eat from the best land. And I'm not going to sacrifice nothing because of what your son has done for me. Pharaoh said it. You can live in the best and you can eat the best. Somebody type in uncommon favor. He's going to give you uncommon favor with people that have the doors, that has the, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. Sharon, he's going to give you uncommon favor with the people that have the keys to the doors that you need open. That's been the problem, Pastor Purity. Pastor Purity, the problem has been, for Tina, we don't have favor with the right people. We don't have favor with the right people. You got favor with the people that know how to get you to the door, but you don't have favor with the people that have the keys to unlock the door. Oh, I can show you how to get there. I want favor with the man that has the master key. We got to get favor with the right people. Man, if I could tell you what Pastor John Watts told me, I can't tell y'all now. I said, God, you are setting me up with the right people. You're setting me up with the right people. The bumper crop, I'm telling y'all right now, the bumper crop is on the way. And it's going to be here before you know it. The bumper crop is on the way, and it's going to be here before you know it. Somebody is connecting us with someone that has access to the door. Don't know how, I'm tired of just getting to the door but can't get in. I need access. Okay, so here goes. Then Pharaoh, I'm on verse 19. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, tell your brothers, take wagons. Oh, this guy is crazy. This what's your name? Rick Tyler. Look at verse 19. That's right. Look at verse 19. I want y'all to, this is Pharaoh. This Pharaoh is messing me up. I never read this. Tell your brothers, take wagons from the land of Egypt. Take my stuff to go get your stuff. Oh, I'm going to make it as easy. See, everything, look at this, Pastor Purity. Everything ain't got to be hard. Take my stuff to go get your stuff. I'm trying to make it as easy for you as Lavelle, God says, I'm carving out a path for you to make it as easy for you as possible. Pastor Kenny Jones. Pastor Kenny Jones. Pastor Kenny Jones, listen to me. He said this, and I told you earlier. He's been working his food program. He's been working his food program for the last 9 weeks. He started his food program while in discipleship class. Fatina, last Thursday, Pastor Kenny Jones fed 318 people. Families, I'm sorry, 318 families. Pastor Kenny Jones has a connection with a people that's literally at any moment will be calling him to come pick up truck. I'm not talking about box truck loads. I'm talking about tractor trailer loads of food. Pastor Kenny said, Pastor Dante, I ain't got no transportation to get all this. I'm gonna need your help. Y'all not ready. 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 The owner of the company gave Melissa okay, because Melissa, you get ready to get access. Kenny is connected to the people with the master key. The bumper crop is on. Y'all playing around. I'm telling you, discipleship is the answer to all of your problems. I told Fatina, I told everybody connected, the food is going to be coming in by the truckloads. Philadelphia is only an hour and a half away. Philadelphia is only an hour and a half away. Kenny, here, take my stuff so you can go get your stuff. Here, use my stuff so you can go get your stuff. Man, I'm just... Pharaoh said, tell your brothers, take the wagons from the land of Egypt to carry your little children and your wives and bring your father here. Don't worry about your personal belongings, for the best of all the land in Egypt is yours. God, this thing is crazy. He's saying, leave all your dirty stuff. Leave your stuff at home. Don't bring nothing old with you. When you come back to Egypt, you can have the best of everything. If you ever moved into a brand new house, the one thing you will never do is take your old stuff with you to your brand new house. He will show you. Y'all not talking to me. He will show you. All you need to do is bring yourself, because everything you get in this point is going to be brand new. You move into a brand new house, you ain't bringing that old furniture. You love the couch, there's nothing wrong with it, but you ain't bringing it into that brand new house. You ain't taking that old bedroom set. You love it, but you ain't taking it into that brand new house. Pharaoh said, I'm going to give you everything you need. God said that's for somebody right now. I'm telling you, because you've been faithful over a few. You've been crying. The tears of your tears of sorrow about to turn into tears of joy. Not only will you get back what you lost, but when you get ready to come into, you coming into everything brand new. Somebody type everything new. All things will be new. The wealth of the wicked is going to be laid up for the righteous. Everything new. Everything, Kimberly Smith, new. Leave all that old stuff behind. And come step into. Because Joseph, what I told y'all yesterday, because Joseph mastered the skill of stewardship, it put him before great men. Lachelle, because it wasn't Joseph's prayer life. I told y'all this yesterday. It wasn't Joseph's prayer life. It wasn't him going to church. It wasn't him in all these ministries. I'm telling you, it was because Joseph mastered the the skill of stewardship that put him before great men and opened up doors that no man can shut and could shut doors that no man can open. We have to master the skill of stewardship. Somebody type in that I will never be broke again. I will never be broke again. Joseph mastered the skill of stewardship, and it put him before great men. And now his family is about to benefit from his skills. Here you go, Miss Robin, Miss Gail, Elder Gail. Look what it says. So the sons, verse 21. So the sons of Jacob did as they were told. Joseph provided them with wagons. Y'all, this is too much. I'm out of here. I'm about to get out of here. I'm reading down. I want Terry, I know you posted the scripture, verse 21 through 23. It's just too much. Verse 21 through 23. Now, I told you to type in I'll never be broke again, but you, in order for that to manifest, you are going to have the skill of stewardship. Look at Pharaoh is turning into one of the most important characters in this scripture right now. Look at what Pharaoh does. So they did as they were told. Joseph provided them with wagons as Pharaoh had commanded and gave them supplies for the journey. And look at this, y'all. And he gave each of them new clothes. But to Benjamin, he gave 5 changes of clothes and 300 pieces of. I apologize for the religious. I apologize for the religious. I apologize for the people that are religious. But I need to say this. My money is on the way. I'm just, you might not need, but the kingdom don't run. The kingdom, Jesus knew this. The kingdom doesn't run on just prayers. You need financial resources. Can somebody thank God for Johanna, who was supplying Jesus' ministry with resources? My money is on the way. Lord, thank you for Johanna. Johanna was supplying them with money. They needed it. They had to eat. They had to lodge. He also sent his father 10 male. Lord have mercy. God, this is Karen Carter. You need to, Pastor Purity, look at what Pharaoh does. Look at what he does. Verse 23. He also sent his father 10 male donkeys loaded with the finest products of Egypt. He's just pouring out to Joseph's father. He's giving him new clothes. He's giving him all these resources, giving Benjamin 300 pieces of silver, and then giving the father all of these things to make sure he is welcome in Egypt. He's loading them down. He's coming in loaded. They over there, they broke, they hungry, they starving. In one moment, Kenny, everything is changing. Everything is changing. In one moment. Selena said out there. In one moment, everything has changed. You got to remember, he's home. The father's home, hungry. The grandchildren probably all over the place. The other children are probably all over the place. They don't know what's going on, but they don't know what's coming. Oh, shut up. They don't know what's going on, but they don't even know what's about to come. They don't even know what's coming, Pastor Purity. They don't know all these wagons of products. They don't know all these things is on the way. I'm here to tell you, you don't know what's coming. In one moment, your life could change. Pastor, you doing too much. Rick Tyler, they don't even know what's coming. They didn't have no emails. They didn't have no phones. They didn't have no way of being able to know. All of a sudden, you're going to see this. All of a sudden, you're going to see this overflow, this literally all this stuff that's coming, this blessing just coming to overtake you. It's on the way. It's literally from this scripture, Nicole Sanders, it is literally on the way. Loaded. 10 male donkeys loaded with the finest products of Egypt. And he's not done. And 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and other supplies he would need for his journey. And this is coming from Pharaoh. Some of y'all, somebody on this line, I'm telling you right now, God sent you on this live this morning. Somebody on this live, God sent you on this live this morning. He has not forgotten about you. Jacob is home. You probably have no idea. He's probably so anxious. Benjamin is gone. All of his sons are gone. Joseph is in his mind is dead. He is without everything. They in the midst of a famine. He's in his lowest point of his life. And all of a sudden, everything, he's going to have 20 loads. Oh, God, Shatalaboko. He's got 20 loads coming. God says, hold on. He is on the way. He has not forgotten about you. He's not just going to spare them, Terry. He's blessing them. Just hold on. He's got 20 loads. Do you know how much a donkey can carry on his back? Do you know how much he can carry? All of that is coming. All of that, Pastor Purity, is coming. It's on the way. Pastor, I know how hard it is. Pastor, I know how hard it is. I can only imagine in Kenya. Things ain't as plentiful as it is over here, and doing ministry and 20 donkeys sound like a trailer load. You ain't never lied, Pastor Kenny. Things are drying up. You don't really look like you're gonna really make it through it. Country was in an uprising, had people trying to topple the government, just came out of a massive flood. The whole country was flooding. It was one for Kenya. It was one issue after another. for Nye in Tanzania. One of her friends' sons, one of her friends' children got food poisoning. They was in the hospital. They had malaria. They had, malaria, and then the mother gets sick. It's her. We going through, but they catching it. Then all of a sudden, help shows up. All of a sudden. Because we started doing for the least of these, Pastor Kenny. And he said, whatever you do for the least of these, you do for me. All of a sudden, suddenly has a Miss Jackie, stop. Suddenly has a sound. Pastor Purity, we preached it a couple of weeks ago. Suddenly has a sound. Patricia found out yesterday, you going to Greenville, North Carolina. We have a member. Well, she's one of our online members who lives in Greenville. Suddenly has a sound. So Joseph sent his brothers off and they left. He called after them, don't quarrel. Lord have mercy. I told you, Patricia, suddenly has a sound. Don't quarrel about all of this along the way. Because Joseph knows his brothers. They're going to be fighting amongst themselves, despite the fact that they're carrying a blessing. Shantari, don't turn, come on, Tiffany Riley, don't turn your heaven into hell. Everybody type that in there. Don't turn your heaven into hell. They was literally experiencing heaven on earth. But if you don't know how to manage it, and if you don't know how to treat it, you'll turn your heaven into hell. They blessed. They overflow. It's overflow. But then you get to fussing about stuff that don't even matter anymore. Okay, that's right. None of y'all have done that before. I'm sorry. None of y'all have done that before. You've been so overly blessed. You got the house. You got the car. You got the job. You got money. You got your bills paid, but you still fussing. You still angry. You still mad. You still got this going. You still got this bit. You got all this happening. You're turning what should be heaven into hell. Don't turn your heaven into hell. What you mad about? What you mad about? What you upset about? You can just see the brothers. What did we do? Why did y'all do this? All this going back and forth. Don't do it. I rebuke the spirit of fussing and complaining and murmuring and strife on this live. If you got the spirit of always fussing, you need to repent right now, because you ain't got nothing to fuss about. What are you fussing about? What are you upset about? You got everything. Yeah, you might not have it all, but you got more than enough. But you're still fussing because what you're doing is you're turning your heaven into hell. I rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus. So here comes. And they left Egypt, returned to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan. So Joseph is still alive, they told him. Joseph is still alive, they told him, and he is governor of all the land of Egypt. Because Jacob had to be like, what is going on? Where did all this come from? Joseph is still alive, they told him, and he's the governor of Egypt. Jacob was stunned at the news. He couldn't believe it. Because you're going to have to explain to me. First, you tell me he's dead. But this is what I realized. They said a wild animal killed him. So they could have said, we walked up, we found the coat, and the animal killed him. But he had to tell his father that your son is alive. They had to lead with that. Can I help somebody? I think one of the issues that many of us have a struggle with is we don't know how to have conversations. Many of you don't know how to have a conversation, specifically with business. Many of us don't know how to have a conversation. We come in talking about what's going wrong. Your meeting, the number one thing on your meeting when you have a meeting is you telling everybody what they did wrong or what's not happening right. Y'all better talk to me today. I'm telling you, I'm giving you some very practical stuff right now. Never lead your meeting. Come on, Deaconess. Never lead your meeting with what's going wrong. Miss Jackie, they don't want to listen to me. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. Never lead your meeting off with what everybody is doing wrong. Or how they are failing. Or what they could do better. Or why the company is not succeeding. You don't lead with that. They lead with Joseph is still alive. It's not even just your meeting. Okay, why? Even when you're communicating with your children, we're learning this. Don't communicate with them with what's going wrong all the time. You ain't do this. Why you ain't do that? Why the room not cleaned up? Why you ain't cleaned up the dish? Why this ain't doing it? Why you ain't? I gotta hear that mess all day long. It's not just your meeting. Y'all, Pastor, y'all like, Pastor, you just take, you just had to. And it's not always about what's going wrong. You can carry this anywhere. He says Joseph is alive. How that's the one thing they knew that's the one thing their father would love to hear. Your Father's alive. I had to learn this the hard way. That's right, Angel. Sandwich the bad news. Start out with some great news. And it's not even bad. It's the challenges that we want to, it's opportunities for us to get better. Man, it's a whole lot of things that didn't go right. It's a few things that didn't go right with our back to school drive. It's a few things that I know we could do better. But it's not for me to say we did this wrong. It's just opportunities for us to get better. It's an opportunity for us to get better. That's all. Master, everybody type this in here, please. Master managing your mistakes. Master managing your mistakes. Use your mistakes as opportunities to get better. Okay. To Neil, look at what he says. Jacob was stunned at the news. He couldn't believe it. Somebody gonna get some news soon. I don't know. George, is it you? Lavelle, Chanel, Miss Jackie, Shayna. Is it you? You're gonna get some news that's gonna stun you. You can't believe that it's happened or it's happening. Patricia said, it's me. You're going to be stunned at what's about to come across your desk, the email that you're about to receive, the phone call that you're about to receive. It can't be. It's no way. But when they repeated it to Jacob, everything Joseph had told them, and when they saw some things you could talk about, some things you can talk about, but there's some things I need to see the evidence. Oh God, can we talk? Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it, Bishop Charles Carroll? There is going to be some evidence. There's going to be a testimony that we can see that what's coming out of your mouth is real. There's going to be some evidence. That's what's coming out of your mouth about what God is doing in your life is real. Jacob believed it when he saw the evidence. Jacob believed it, Pastor Powell, when he saw the evidence. You can talk all you want. You know, I think that's been a major issue for the body of Christ. And I'll talk about my church. And now God is showing me that we got to show people the evidence that God is real. That's why I keep telling you these testimonies. The testimony is, look at this. The testimony about Kenny is real. Testimony about his food ministry is real because we can see it with our own eyes. We can preach all day long, but until the people see signs and wonders. My daughter had a bill for school too, and God sent people to handle it and get it right. God is real and working in my life, Tennille. It's real. The evidence shows that he's real. Some people need to see the evidence. When Jacob saw the wagons Joseph had sent to carry him, the father's spirits revived. Yeah, Chanel, we saw it in real time with Tavon Jr. If you need any more evidence that God is a healer, please take a look. If you can handle real time blood and kind of the flesh and the meat, and you can handle that real time, ask Chanel to show you the pictures. To show you how real God is. He'll do it in Miss Frida in real time. His spirit, his father's spirit was revived. See, pastors, I know, honestly, I know how important it is for me to preach. I know how important it is for me to teach. I know how important it is. But I also know some people, the only way their spirit is going to be revived is they're going to have to see God at work. Some people don't need to see it, but some people do. His spirit, the countenance of people, the hurt that people have to go through, all of what they are witnessing, Lisa, all of what they're witnessing, all of what they see does not line up with the word. So God has to prove himself by allowing them to see. He's in school with normal children. Hold up. Stop. Hold up. Lavelle, you ain't going to just throw that up there like that. You're not going to just throw that. You're not going to just throw that up there like that and you just going to leave that out there for. You have to know that when Lavelle first came to the church and she brought her grandson, he has autism, very active. He was running in the sanctuary. He was running in the sanctuary, running out the sanctuary, into the. He was just doing a circle. And then he just fell flat out on the ground, flat out on the floor, right in the middle of the sanctuary. And the bell was getting ready to get up. I said, no, leave him there. Oh, and Romello too. Same kind of situations. Getting better and better. Getting stronger and stronger. Now they in normal schools. God is working on them. We are seeing it with our own eyes. The evidence is real. The evidence is real. So his spirit was revived. Then Jacob exclaimed, it must be true. My son Joseph is alive. I must go see him before I die. Pastor Kenny didn't tell us this, but he told us on our prayer call today. He said years ago, I think 2016, he was diagnosed with MS. Pastor Kenny said 2016, he was diagnosed with MS. Hands were starting to get tight. All those, you know what happens to your body and your joints. All of it, the signs were there. Doctors diagnosed him. Diagnosed with MS. Full blown. Everything, body was starting to break down. But Kenny said he had to preach through it. Tara, he had to preach through it. His mother told him, encouraged him along the way. His bishop, his pastor prayed over it. He said, if God can give it to you, he can also heal you from it. If he can deliver it to you, he can take it from you. A few years later, about a year or so later, MS was gone. No traces of it anywhere. If you have it, he can heal it. That's what got him through. Kenny there's no MS anywhere in his body. No trace, no signs, no symptoms. Oh, boy. No trace, no signs, no symptoms. It's so many people be saying that, Robin. I needed this word. That's why I'm doing morning motivation. We need a word from the Lord daily in this season. Made whole, Kim. We need a word. Do you know you notice when people haven't had a word or haven't had any encouragement? Christians, you can tell. You know they go to church. No word, no encouragement, no devotions. We need a word we need a word daily. The Bible says in Acts, they fellowship, broke word together daily. They sat under the teachings of the apostles daily. Tara says she was diagnosed 10/8/13. Tara, you don't look like it. You don't look like it. Daily. Can make all the difference, Robin. Can make all the difference. All right, y'all. Thank you. Chanel, I'm glad I did too. Chanel, I'm glad I did too. I'm so glad I've been reading this word. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 46. And we can go to Genesis 46 tomorrow. Chanel, I'm so glad I did too. I'm glad that God gave me the wisdom, and I'm glad that I followed his instructions to read this word. Just help study it verse by verse. Verse by verse. to make sure you get this, you get the word you need this morning. Somebody got a word that they needed this morning that's going to help them really not only hold on, but know your bumper crop is on the way. Something is coming. And it's what you've been praying for. In fact, you know what? Let me preach on this. Jacob didn't pray for that. Jacob didn't pray for all that stuff to come. I know he prayed for his son, but he didn't pray for all that. You got stuff that's coming that you ain't even pray for. Jacob didn't pray for all those donkeys and their clothing. You have stuff that you don't even know is on the way that you didn't even pray for. Lord, teach me to be a good steward with what's coming. Y'all listen. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 7:30. See y'all tomorrow morning, 7:30. This is Morning Motivation. I'm your host, Pastor Dante. Come on, lock in. Make sure you follow me at Dante Duckett, or you could make sure you go on and become a member of our page, Morning Motivation Nation. You will not be disappointed. You may see some shenanigans every now and then. You know, you might see something that's unusual that most Christians don't do, but all in good fun. We might talk about food every now and then. Every now and then we might bring up the subject of food. But we love to have fun. We love to laugh. We enjoy each other's company. God bless all of y'all. Have a great day, foodie company. God bless all of y'all. Have a great day. We'll see each other tomorrow morning. God bless.